Education now at Tupelo High School extends beyond not only the campus, but the curriculum. We have implemented the new middle college associated with the ICC, and today on Your Story, Our Purpose, One Heartbeat, we're going to go to the ICC Tupelo campus and take a look at what our students are doing as they prepare to earn both their high school diploma and their associate's degree all at the same time. I'm with Tyler PHILLEY, and Tyler oversees the program here for the middle college in your first year at the high school. How has it been making the transition for these kids from the high school to college?
Well, it's after the recruitment, it's actually been a lot smoother than I thought it would be. I've got a really great group of kids. They've adjusted well to all the things that they have to do as far as managing their time and things like that. So.
What would you say is the biggest obstacle that they face? Is it the time, or is it just adjusting to harder classes?
I would say it's more time management and being used to the freedom that they have as a college student as far as, getting their work done, making sure that they're using their time wisely.
What's the biggest positive that you've heard from the students?
I think most of them just enjoy the opportunity to be able to get ahead in college, get that 2 years out of the way before they move on to their future pursuits.
Of course, we're now about to be in the recruiting stage for next year.
Right.
What advice do you give a student if they're kind of straddling the fence? Do I or do I just go the traditional route in high school? If they are close to that decision, what would you tell them?
First of all, I would encourage them to do, what's best for them and their families. But I think the main thing is having them understand that you are a college student. Once you set foot on ICC's campus, you become a college student, and the expectation is that you are just like every other college student here.
So we have, our kids have decided that this is what they want to do. So they will enroll in August next year. So they'll be a little bit ahead of the schedule than what the students were, the first crop of students, I guess you could say.
Right, exactly.
So what advice would you give them going into August as they prep for this for next year?
The advice I would give them would be, just keeping an open mind and understand this is going to be really different from what goes on at the high school. It is a lot less structured as far as attending class and the amount of time you're in class and things like that. And it's kind of overwhelming at first because you don't really know what to do with your time. And then, but once you get those aspects down, I think they'll do fine. So.
And they only go to class 4 days a week.
Right.
Because ICC changed their schedule this year. So has that been an adjustment? Of course, the classes are not longer because they're used to the block period anyway.
I think one of the positives that the students have mentioned to me about only attending each class 2 days a week is that it gives them a lot more time to learn and get their work done.
Right.
So.
Well, Tyler, thanks for all that you've done, and we look forward as this program is only going to get better.
Yes, hopefully so.
We're now visiting with Mandy Miller, and Mandy, you have several roles on this campus. So in addition to overseeing the advising and the campus, kind of tell us what your day-to-day interaction is with our students at Tupelo.
Day to day, I usually try to stop by and just check on them to be sure that they are okay with their courses, especially in the very beginning of the semester. I want to be sure that they are transitioning well from that high school to college.
Great transitional quote. So what is the biggest adjustment you see these kids are going to make? Because the coursework's going to be more rigorous.
Yes.
It's going to be more asked of them. And as Mr. PHILLEY told us, it's not like high school where you got the teacher sitting there hovering over you, making sure you do everything.
Right. I'll have to agree with Mr. PHILLEY on the fact of the freedom. The courses are more rigorous. It definitely is a transition in that respect, and that they are very much independent and have to be self-motivated. You definitely have to have that intrinsic motivation to be successful in college.
How will you deem this program as a success?
I just see them as personal growth right now has been successful. I've watched them transition from the high school and college and become more independent workers. And even just like Tristan earlier spoke of, he has become his own person and definitely looking for intrinsic motivation and making his schedule and asking the instructors questions. So I've definitely seen a growth in all of them. honestly.
This program is not for everybody for numerous reasons. For the ones that it is for, what can they expect?
What they can expect is a personal and academic growth and embarking on their college career and engaging in a very successful future as far as looking toward their career.
If you had a student come to you and say, okay, if I do this, tell me why. What would be your why?
As far as why they want to do middle college, for me personally, it would be that they are getting the opportunity to get an Associate of Arts degree while they're in high school. That academic career and setting it up and just leads them to a more successful collegiate future.
Well, let me say thank you on behalf of Tupelo for this partnership. It really has to be a community effort, and from the start, everybody's worked so hard to make this happen, and we're very grateful for everything that you guys have done for our students.
Oh, and back at y'all too. It's been definitely a wonderful experience. It has far exceeded my expectations.
And this is just the first semester. That's what's awesome.
I know.
Can't wait to see like 3 or 4 years down the road.
I know. Me too. I definitely look forward to it.
Well, thanks again, and good luck for the rest of the semester. We've talked about every phase of the middle college, and now we're going to turn our attention to the students. And with me is Tristan and Judy. And Tristan, how has the first couple of months been with the middle college?
It's been fantastic. It's a big change away from the high school, but it's going really smoothly. All the teachers are really nice. Work's tough, but I'm working through it.
Now, tell me the classes that you're taking this semester.
Yes, sir. I'm taking trigonometry, general biology online, English composition, and psychology.
Do you have a favorite?
Psychology.
And why is that?
It's just really fun learning about the human mind and how to comprehend it, different theories, disorders, things like that.
Now, looking back, are you glad you did this?
Absolutely, yeah.
And what advice would you have for other students who are thinking about it for next year?
I'd say go for it. It's a tough change, but it'll be really satisfying when you come in and know that you're one of the top students, you can do it, and that you're ahead of the game.
Well, good luck the rest of the semester and next year as well. And just think your parents are going to be so happy that you have 2 years college when you graduate high school.
Yes, sir.
Hi, I'm now with Sarah Gonzalez, and Sarah, kind of take me through the classes that you're taking this semester.
This semester I'm taking public speaking and college algebra on Mondays and Wednesdays, and on Tuesdays and Thursdays I'm taking English Comp 1, psychology, and music appreciation.
Well, maybe they'll let you use this as part of your public speaking class. Get multi-purpose out of it.
Yes, sir.
This experience, what made you decide to do this?
Mostly my parents, because they really want me to, achieve in life, and it's just a great way to start, I guess, early, and I guess it's not as expensive too.
Have you enjoyed it?
Yes, very.
What's been your favorite thing about this?
It's very laid back. It's not too much busy work. You get your assignments, you get your grades, and it's very just cut and dry.
You're a college student, basically. Have you thought about that?
Yes,
You have?
all the time.
And if somebody came up to you and said, Sarah, I'm thinking about doing this, should I? What would your answer be?
Only if you're ready, because I thought it was going to be a lot harder, but it's really not as much. For me, I struggle in English a lot, but right now English is my highest grade, which is really surprising. So I guess expect the unexpected.
I love that. Great answer. Well, best of luck the rest of the semester.
Thank you.
And we can't wait to see you on graduation day in a couple of years.
Thank you.
Now we're visiting with Clayton Kahn. And Clayton, when you first decided to do this, what kind of put you over the edge and said, I'm going to do this? I'm going to middle college.
Well, I found that I wanted to get through college easier. I want to do it faster because the faster I get out of this program, I'll be able to do more jobs. I have more opportunities available to me.
So let's look long term past middle college. What do you want to do in life?
Well, I've had a lot of options thrown at me, and I like the idea of being an engineer, but also find that I could be a doctor if I apply myself and put time into what I want to do.
Has this experience so far been what you thought it would be? And by that I mean harder, more demanding, less demanding?
Well, actually, I find it's not as hard as I would have thought. For me, I put college as rigorous work where people are constantly engaged. But here I find that it's more lax. It's something where you can do it at your own pace.
You don't have a teacher over you.
You don't have a teacher over you. You are disciplining yourself.
Is that something you had to teach yourself how to be?
Over time, you teach yourself, but it's more of a responsibility. If you feel like you can take it upon yourself and learn at your own time and own level, then you can.
What's been your favorite class so far?
My favorite class has probably been sociology, just because the teacher himself engages the class and he comprehends, he explains what he's talking about really well.
And what have you gotten out of that class?
So far I've learned that society itself is not only run by the people in it, but the ideals surrounding it.
I think that's a good place to end it. Good luck the rest of the semester.
Well, thank you.
And for our final student, we're going to visit with Asma Iraq. And Asma, what is a typical day like for you with the middle college?
Well, on Mondays and Wednesdays, I have sociology, then I go to Comp 1. And then on Tuesdays and Thursdays, I only have trig in the mornings, but I also have an online class, which is biology.
How tough is that online class?
It's really tough, honestly. But, I mean, it's not as hard as people say it is, but it's kind of challenging thinking that, like, you have to kind of teach yourself. So, yeah.
A lot of discipline. A lot of discipline with that. Has the middle college, what were your expectations going in?
I expected it to be like going to college, and so far it has been like, it's nothing like high school. So
Give us a big difference in high school and college.
well, in high school you have to be like everywhere, like there's like a time and a place, like you have first block, second block, third block, lunch, but you kind of have like your own time
Right.
here.
Yeah, every minute's accounted for. High school.
Yeah.
Here. You like that freedom a little bit?
Yeah, it's been great having like just no teachers always like on you 24/7 besides Mr. PHILLEY.
What advice would you give to someone who is thinking about doing this?
I would tell them to make sure this is really what they wanted to do, because you're not at high school. You're mostly in college. Like you're only at the high school for one block, so you kind of miss out on some of the things. So they should be sure that they want to do this.
You're a junior, and first day you walk into class with college students. Was that at all intimidating?
It was. I was scared that people would know right away that I was a high school student, and some of the teachers did introduce us as high school students, so we had a lot of people like looking at us, and it was kind of awkward. So
Kind of felt like you walked in with, "Hi, I'm in high school." on your
yeah.
shirt. But second day, third day, I'm assuming. That
Yeah,
you
everything
just-
kind of like, I guess, went to normal. Like it seemed normal to everybody.
Awesome. Well, good luck these next 2 years, and especially this first semester. And we can't wait to hear more from you next semester.
Thank you.
As you can tell by the time we spent the last couple of days with these students, there are many exciting things happening at the middle school. We hope you learned a lot, and we'll be sure to bring you more as the year goes along to see how these kids are developing. For your story, our purpose, one heartbeat, I'm Greg Ellis.